had just begun to rise over the horizon, casting a warm golden hue across the landscape of Eldoria. In this mystical realm, where souls were granted a second chance at life, a new chapter was about to unfold. Asura, a soul reborn with memories of a past life, stood at the precipice of her new journey. Asura's eyes fluttered open, taking in the unfamiliar surroundings. She was lying on a lush bed of grass, surrounded by towering trees adorned with iridescent leaves. Her body felt different, and as she pushed herself up, she realized the truth of her reincarnation. "Lilia," she muttered, her voice tinged with both wonder and realization. She was now inhabiting the body of Lilia, a fallen princess whose life had been cut short by treachery and betrayal. Memories of her past life surged forward, a flood of emotions and experiences. Asura closed her eyes, allowing the waves of memories to wash over her. She remembered her ambitions, her regrets, and the choices that had led her to this new beginning. Asura's eyes snapped open as a voice echoed in her mind, a voice that seemed to belong to Lilia herself. "Welcome back, Asura, or should I call you that now?" A wry smile tugged at Asura's lips. "Asura it is," she replied silently, her thoughts a conversation with the consciousness that lingered within her new body. Rising to her feet, Asura brushed off the dirt from her dress. She took a moment to observe herself, her gaze sweeping over the elegant attire that befitted a princess. But Asura was no ordinary princess. She was a soul reborn with ambitions that surpassed the confines of her past life. "The world of Eldoria awaits you, Asura," the voice within her whispered, "a realm of magic, monsters, and untapped potential." Asura nodded inwardly, her determination strengthening. She had been granted a second chance, an opportunity to rewrite her story and ascend to the highest echelons of power. And she would seize it. Her first steps were cautious as she ventured deeper into the forest. The air was alive with the hum of magic, a sensation that sent a thrill through her veins. She walked until she reached a clearing, where a group of adventurers were engaged in combat with a massive serpent-like creature. As Asura stepped forward, her presence seemed to ripple through the air, capturing the attention of the battling adventurers and the serpent creature alike. The adventurers turned to face her, their weapons still poised for combat, their expressions a mixture of curiosity and guarded skepticism. "I can help you defeat these creatures." Asura's voice rang out, confident and sure, her gaze locked onto the serpent, a flicker of challenge dancing in her eyes. The adventurers exchanged glances, some unsure of whether to trust this newcomer, while others saw a potential ally in her. The wounded serpent shifted its attention from the adventurers to Asura. Its eyes, filled with both pain and intrigue, bore into her. A tense silence enveloped the clearing, broken only by the distant rustling of leaves and the labored breaths of the injured adventurers. "Who are you?" One of the adventurers finally spoke, his voice cautious yet tinged with a note of hope. Asura's lips curved into a faint smile. "I am Asura, and you are dead." The words were delivered with an eerie calmness that sent a shiver down the spines of those who heard them. Without warning, Asura's form blurred, and she disappeared from where she stood. A gasp rippled through the adventurers as she reappeared behind one of them, a dark dagger materializing in her hand. With fluid precision, she struck, incapacitating the adventurer before he could react. Chaos erupted as the adventurers turned to face this newfound threat. Asura moved with unnatural grace, her movements a symphony of calculated strikes and evasive maneuvers. She weaved dark magic into her attacks, the energy crackling around her like an ominous storm. The adventurers fought back, their weapons clashing with Asura's dagger and their magic clashing with her dark spells. Asura's eyes gleamed with a cunning intelligence as she analyzed their movements, anticipating their actions before they even made them. It was as if she had unlocked a wealth of combat experience that transcended her physical form. With each clash, Asura's abilities seemed to evolve, her movements growing more fluid and her attacks more precise. Her adversaries struggled to keep up with her, their confidence waning as their defenses faltered. The serpent watched the battle unfold with an intensity that mirrored its curiosity. Asura's prowess was undeniable, and it recognized in her a power that resonated with its own ancient magic. As the last adventurer fell to the ground, defeated and disarmed, Asura turned her attention to the serpent. Its eyes met hers, a silent exchange passing between them. Asura's smile was no longer sly, it was triumphant, a testament to her newfound strength. "You are not like the others." The serpent's voice echoed in Asura's mind, its tone a mixture of reverence and curiosity. Asura stepped closer, her eyes locking onto the serpent's gaze. "No, I'm not. I see potential in you, serpent." An alliance of power. The serpent's wounded form began to shimmer, its body transforming into a shimmering mist that reformed into a more regal and majestic shape. "What do you propose, Asura?" it asked, its voice now tinged with respect. Asura extended her hand, her dark magic intertwining with the serpent's ancient energy. "A contract," she replied, her voice steady. "Serve me, and in return, I shall grant you the chance to regain your strength and become my loyal companion." The serpent's eyes glowed with a mix of intrigue and acceptance. "Agreed, Asura."